Stop letting people walk over you. That's not how you were meant to live. Life's too short to let someone else hold the reins on your dignity. If you don't respect yourself enough to say no, who else will? When you let someone treat you like a doormat, it's not just their fault. It's a sign you need to step up and redefine your self-worth. It's time you recognize the power you hold, the respect you deserve. People will only treat you the way you allow. Stand tall, not with anger, but with a quiet confidence that says, I know my worth, and I won't settle for less. When you set boundaries, you're not pushing people away. You're drawing a line that says, if you want to be in my life, you've got to respect this space. You're the only one who can defend that line. And trust me, you'll be better for it. Recognizing your worth is foundational to building a strong sense of self, and it starts by understanding what worth really means. It isn't based on what others think of you, or the opinions that might sway with trends, moods, or popularity. True worth is about the value you assign to yourself, rooted in your unique abilities, qualities, and purpose. Imagine worth as the core of who you are. It's like the unshakable ground you stand on. When you understand that your worth is inherent, you won't need external validation to feel valuable. Instead, you begin to see your worth as independent of anyone's approval, and that's what makes it resilient. In practical terms, recognizing your worth means identifying what you bring to the table, whether that's your skills, your kindness, your integrity, or even your resilience in tough times. This process can involve a bit of reflection and even writing down the qualities you admire in yourself or have been praised for. I think about times when you were proud of yourself, what qualities were at play. By pinpointing these qualities, you create a strong, positive sense of self that doesn't rely on others to affirm it. Education on this topic also means learning to distance yourself from sources that undermine your worth. If someone criticizes you in a way that isn't constructive, you recognize it as their opinion, not as an absolute truth about you. With a clear understanding of your worth, you're less likely to internalize negative opinions because you know where your value truly lies. The goal is to reach a place where, no matter the situation, you stand firmly in your self-worth, refusing to let anyone make you feel less than. Standing up for yourself with respect rather than aggression is an essential skill in building strong, positive relationships and establishing a sense of self-assurance. To do this, it's important to understand the difference between assertiveness and aggression. Assertiveness involves communicating your needs, feelings, and boundaries clearly and calmly without violating the rights or feelings of others. It's about honoring your perspective while showing respect for the other person's. Aggression, by contrast, often stems from frustration or anger, and it can create distance and conflict as it disregards the needs or feelings of others. Being assertive starts with developing self-awareness, knowing what you truly need or want in any given situation. By identifying your feelings and understanding where they come from, you'll find it easier to express them in a straightforward way. Practicing I statements is a helpful tool here. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," which might sound accusatory, you could say, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted." This shift not only conveys your feelings without triggering defensiveness, but also opens a more constructive dialogue. Respectful self-advocacy also involves nonverbal cues, such as maintaining eye contact, a calm tone, and an open posture. These signals show confidence without hostility. Standing up for yourself doesn't mean overpowering someone else. It means claiming space for your needs while respecting theirs. Learning to stand up for yourself in this balanced way helps you gain respect from others because it demonstrates that you value both yourself and the relationship. Practicing assertiveness can also improve your confidence over time, as each positive interaction reinforces that you are capable of expressing yourself without causing harm or yielding to pressure. This approach fosters mutual respect, creates healthier interactions, and ultimately helps you feel more empowered in all aspects of your life. Setting boundaries and enforcing them is a powerful way to protect your mental and emotional well-being, and it's a key component of healthy relationships. Boundaries are guidelines that help you define what you are comfortable with and what you're not. They are essential for maintaining a sense of autonomy and self-respect because they serve as a clear framework for how others can interact with you. To set effective boundaries, it's important to first understand your limits. Reflect on situations that make you feel uncomfortable, stressed, or drained. These are signs that your boundaries may be too loose or non-existent in certain areas of your life. For example, if constantly answering calls late at night makes you feel resentful, setting a boundary around your availability is essential. Recognizing these feelings is the first step in identifying the boundaries that need to be set. Once you know your limits, communicate them clearly and assertively. This often involves saying no when something doesn't align with your values or needs. Learning to say no without guilt is essential, as it reinforces your boundaries and teaches others to respect them. For example, if a friend frequently asks you for favors that inconvenience you, a clear boundary could be stating, "I'm not available to help with that, but I hope you can find someone who is." This way, you're honest and respectful without compromising your comfort. Enforcing boundaries may require follow-through, as some people may initially test or challenge them. Consistency is crucial. If someone repeatedly violates a boundary, gently remind them of it. And if necessary, consider limiting your interactions with them. Remember that enforcing boundaries is not about punishing others. It's about safeguarding your well-being and maintaining respectful relationships. Setting and enforcing boundaries helps you protect your time, energy, and emotional health. It allows you to prioritize what truly matters to you and teaches others how to treat you. In turn, those who respect your boundaries demonstrate that they value and respect you, which strengthens trust and promotes more balanced, fulfilling relationships. Learning not to seek validation from others and instead validating yourself is a key step toward building genuine confidence and inner peace. Validation from others can feel rewarding temporarily, but relying on external sources for approval often leads to a fragile sense of self-worth that fluctuates with others' opinions. Self-validation, by contrast, is about acknowledging your own feelings, accomplishments, and decisions, and trusting your internal voice over external opinions. A good starting point for self-validation is practicing self-compassion. When you face challenges, mistakes, or criticism, treat yourself with the same understanding and kindness you would offer a friend. Instead of harsh self-judgment, acknowledge the effort you put in, reflect on what you learned, and give yourself credit for persevering. This creates a strong, supportive inner dialogue that builds resilience and self-trust. Another aspect of self-validation is learning to celebrate your accomplishments no matter how big or small on your own terms. Take time to reflect on your goals and recognize the progress you're making, whether or not others are aware of it. For example, if you've completed a project that was challenging, acknowledge the skills and effort it took to accomplish it, even if no one else comments on it. Writing down your successes and strengths in a journal can help reinforce your self-worth, making it less dependent on external praise. Self-validation also involves listening to your own values and opinions. When you face a decision, ask yourself what truly feels right to you, rather than basing your choice on what others might think. This means cultivating trust in your own judgment and learning to navigate decisions based on your personal beliefs and goals. Over time, self-validation builds a stable foundation of self-esteem, as it nurtures a sense of internal security that doesn't need constant reinforcement from others. This inner confidence can then guide your actions and decisions, empowering you to lead a life that's genuinely aligned with who you are, regardless of others' opinions. Strengthening your inner confidence is a process that involves cultivating self-belief, self-acceptance, and resilience. Inner confidence isn't about being the loudest or most outgoing person in the room. It's a quiet assurance that you have the skills and abilities to face challenges and handle setbacks. It comes from understanding your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, and still accepting yourself fully, even as you work to grow and improve. One important aspect of building inner confidence is setting realistic, achievable goals and meeting them. Each time you accomplish a goal, no matter how small, it reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. For example, if you set a goal to exercise 3 times a week and follow through, that consistency builds your self-trust, as you're proving to yourself that you can commit to and achieve what you set out to do. Over time, this practice establishes a record of successes that become a foundation of self-assurance. Another strategy is to cultivate a positive inner dialogue. Often, we can be our own harshest critics, focusing on our flaws or replaying past mistakes in our minds. To strengthen your confidence, start by replacing negative self-talk with constructive and positive thoughts. If you make a mistake, rather than saying, "I'm such a failure," try reframing it to, "I'm missed something valuable and I can do better next time." Over time, a positive inner dialogue can help shift your focus from self-criticism to self-encouragement. Inner confidence also grows when you challenge yourself and step out of your comfort zone. Taking on new experiences or skills may feel uncomfortable at first, but each time you face a new challenge, you expand your abilities and build resilience. This process helps you recognize that you're capable of handling unfamiliar situations, which strengthens your confidence in your adaptability and problem-solving skills. Additionally, surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage your growth can have a powerful impact. Positive relationships that are built on mutual respect and encouragement help reinforce your sense of worth and confidence. When you share your accomplishments with people who support you, it reinforces the belief that your efforts are valued and respected. Through setting achievable goals, cultivating a positive self-dialogue, embracing challenges, and surrounding yourself with supportive influences, you can create a strong foundation of inner confidence. This confidence becomes a guiding force, helping you move forward with a sense of self-assurance, regardless of external validation or opinions. Remembering that those who respect you will honor your boundaries is essential in creating healthy, balanced relationships. Boundaries are limits that you set to protect your emotional, mental, and even physical well-being, and they serve as indicators of what you are willing to accept in your interactions with others. When people respect you, they naturally respect these boundaries because they value you as a person and understand that respecting your limits is a form of honoring the relationship. A key part of understanding this concept is recognizing that people who genuinely care about you will not push you to compromise your comfort or values. For example, a friend who respects you will understand if you need to say no to a social event because you're feeling overwhelmed or need personal time. Instead of trying to persuade you to go against your boundary, they'll appreciate that you're taking care of yourself. In contrast, if someone regularly tries to guilt or pressure you into bending your limits, it may be a sign that they're more focused on their own needs than on your well-being. Communicating your boundaries clearly is also an important aspect. By expressing your needs openly and assertively, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated. This clarity allows others to understand what is important to you and gives them an opportunity to respect your wishes. If someone is uncertain about your boundaries, they might accidentally overstep them. So making your limits known is a way of fostering respect and understanding. Understanding that respect for boundaries is a mark of a healthy relationship can also help you recognize when a relationship might not be as supportive as you'd like. If someone consistently ignores or undermines your boundaries, it may be worth evaluating the role they play in your life. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. If a person respects you, they will see your boundaries as part of who you are and will honor them, even if it means they don't always get what they want. By internalizing the belief that people who respect you will respect your boundaries, you also strengthen your commitment to maintaining them. This understanding empowers you to set and uphold boundaries with confidence, knowing that they help ensure you surround yourself with people who genuinely care about and value you. In the end, respecting yourself enough to expect this from others becomes a cornerstone of self-worth and paves the way for more meaningful, supportive relationships.